Are you dreading a conversation? Are you trying to avoid it as much as possible? Times are really challenging, especially for business leaders who need to take difficult decisions without any visibility of how things will turn out over the next few months. What could be even more challenging is how to have those difficult conversations. Hi, I'm Sonali Sinha, an executive coach and leadership facilitator, and today I want to talk about how to successfully have those difficult conversations and hopefully have a positive outcome. Difficult conversations are intimidating because the stakes are really high. There is a real cost of failure. What will happen if the conversation does not go well? Will an individual leave the organization, or will their performance get impacted? These are some of the concerns that we have as leaders. The topics of such conversations tend to trigger an emotional reaction, not just in the individual that we're talking to, but we ourselves might experience anger, frustration, or stress. It is a very natural tendency for us to avoid things that are uncomfortable or that tend to make us uncomfortable, and which is why you might find yourself giving a lot of rationalizations for not having that conversation. You might convince yourself that having this conversation might lead to a bigger problem, or confronting the individual may lead them to act out and impact other people around us. Or sometimes you just aren't sure where the conversation will go once you start it, and so the risk is too high to take. But avoiding a difficult conversation is rarely the best solution. The longer you wait, the more the problem will impact your relationship, the environment in the workplace, and even your success as a leader. So how should we approach this situation? To my mind, the first step is to look inwards. What am I expecting this individual to deliver? Have I stated my expectations clearly to this individual? When things have gone contrary to what I was expecting, have I stated my concerns and displeasure clearly? More importantly, have I asked the individual whether they have understood what my expectations are? Have I made it comfortable for the individual to share their concerns and issues with me? Have I listened deeply to their wants and needs in order for them to fulfill the role? Have I clarified to them what best I can do to help them and what is not in my control? I speak from experience, both as a leader and as a coach. If we are willing to do this analysis before having a conversation with the individual, we might realize that there has been a breakdown in communication, and this has aggravated the problem over time. Doing this analysis will also help us to not react without trying to work on improving the situation. And so, to resolve this problem, the best approach is to have a deep and meaningful conversation with the individual. Abraham Maslow, a humanistic psychologist, said that we as human beings need to feel heard, accepted, and respected before we can achieve our full potential of consciousness and creativity. When we feel heard, cared for, accepted, it empowers us in a way that we feel more motivated to achieve higher performance. When ideas flow because there is a level of trust, empathy, and fun, the organization can really thrive in whatever the situation is. So remember, it's the quality of the conversation, not the frequency or the content of it, that matters. Are we willing to listen deeply? Are we willing to ask the right questions? Are we willing to reflect on our own emotions about the situation? If we are able to do all of that, you will be a leader who will be able to engage and empower your employees to deliver higher performance. So are you ready to look inwards to realize what your role in the situation has been, and are you willing to open up and listen deeply to this individual you might be avoiding? Do share your thoughts and experiences. Talk soon. Thank you for listening.